My shower drain clogged up recently, so I pumped out what was inside it with a suction cup. I put it, of course, under the microscope, and what I found was a whole ecosystem. I found millions of bacteria all living together in this matrix. And in this video, I want to show you what's actually growing inside your drain pipe and why chemical cleaners on their own, these chemical cleaners unfortunately are often not enough to remove those bacteria. Well, yes, it started to clog up the drain. The water stopped flowing off properly, and I have not been flushing any solid particles down, so there was actually even a filter on top that catches hair and larger particles, so nothing big actually made it down into the pipe, and yet slowly but surely the drain clogs up again and again, and the water starts overflowing. So what's actually going on? Well, look at this here. Look at how disgusting all of this is, all of this goo, all of this gunk that just came out of the pipe. That here is the biofilm. And it's exactly what causes the clog. It's not solid debris, but rather it's a living, sticky, slimy layer of bacteria that has been building up inside the pipe for weeks or even months. So now let me explain first how this actually forms, because I think it's quite fascinating. The biofilm is made of bacteria themselves. They attach to a wet surface, like the inside of your drain pipe, and then they start producing a kind of a slime around themselves. And it's the slime that makes the whole thing feel sticky and also slippery. It's also what traps everything else that comes washing down the pipe. For example, dead skin cells, hair and other dirt. All of this gets caught in this sticky layer, and then the bacteria living inside the biofilm, they start breaking it all down and they're using it as food. So the biofilm grows and it becomes a thicker and thicker and thicker over time. Under the microscope, I could also see how some of those bacteria started to gather around food particles. They also reproduce, of course, and the slime layer grows around them, and eventually the inside of your pipe is so coated in this living layer that the water is barely able to get through anymore. And the conditions inside the shower drain are basically perfect for this. It's warm, it's constantly wet, and there is a steady supply of food coming down every single time when you take a shower. So for the bacteria that live there, well, it is of course a real paradise. Now, of course, researchers have studied these biofilms in detail, and they found a really wide range of different bacteria in shower and sink drains. And when you pull this stuff up, then you're actually pulling up a whole ecosystem with millions of organisms in it. And this brings me now to the part that I want to be honest about, because using a suction cup like I did is a very effective way of physically removing the biofilm and to unclog the drain, but it also briefly releases a lot of bacteria into your shower. So I would do this rather carefully in a way that prevents the spreading of droplets. The reason I still do it this way is because chemical cleaning solutions have a hard time actually going into the biofilm in the first place, so they're not really as effective. And on top of that, they do not actually remove the thick slime layer itself. They just kill some of the bacteria on the surface of the biofilm. So now let me get to the bad news, and there is actually really no way around it to physically removing the biofilm. You can, of course, use a suction cup like I did, or you can use a plumbing snake. And the plumbing snake actually works best when the clog is further down in the pipe, where you cannot reach it with a suction cup. Disinfectants alone are often not enough, because the slime layer protects the bacteria living inside it, and the chemicals are not able to reach them. Now, there are also enzymatic drain cleaners on the market that are specifically designed to digest the biofilm itself, not just kill the bacteria, but to actually break down the slime matrix. And those can help, but honestly, even with those, once you've mechanically broken the slime layer first, that's when the chemical cleaners and enzymes actually start to do their job properly. So mechanical removal really is the foundation of everything else. Very hot water also helps, because it softens the biofilm and dissolves fats and oils that have built up. And the high temperature will also kill some of the bacteria, but the slime layer itself is also heat protective. It insulates the cells inside. And on top of that, many of the species that live in drains are naturally heat tolerant, which is exactly why they thrive in the plumbing in the first place. So the temperature coming out of your shower would have to be boiling hot. You'd have to sustain it for a while to really make a difference. So at the end of the day, physical removal is what does the real work. And honestly, you will never fully eliminate this stuff because the goal is to keep the bacterial population in check and not to sterilize your drain. That's not realistic, and it's also not even necessary. Well, that's all I want to share with you today. Again, I hope that you did find the video interesting. Please, in the comment section below, I would like to hear your views and your experiences. From my side, that's all. Happy microbe hunting as always, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.